Hey, it's Kirk. I'm at Easy Clean Laundromat over in Richfield, Minnesota, across the street from Veterans Park in Legion Lake, Minnesota. I was going to do a walk around here, show the different sizes of washing machines and dryers. It's mostly front-loading washing machines here of different sizes and capacities, and I think it's 3 different sizes of dryers that can handle pretty big loads. So we'll see what they have to offer here. They have the traditional laundry type carts for when you take your wet clothes out of the washing machines. You can put them into the dryers, and they have sort of a top-down effect, so more people can get their loads in and not have to worry about just one little dryer area. Some people will put their bigger size rugs and comforter blankets in the larger dryers. I was going to try to see how much this one is over here. I think the dryers are anywhere from $3.75 to $5.75. The staff is pretty good at keeping the maintenance up on the different machines too, so that really helps. Oh yeah, this medium-sized dryer here is $3.75, and you have a lot of different choices if you don't want to have it too high of a heat for how delicate that your clothes might be, for whites and colors, permanent press, delicates, that sort of thing. It really helps if you have a coin return button, because on these machines, if this is out, that usually means that the washing machines or the dryers won't accept your coins. This is like the keyhole they'd use at the end of the week to open up the machines. Looks like these are a little bit smaller capacity machines right here, but you can probably still fit a lot in there. It's hard to spin around because it's powerized by a motor, I think, for this. We can open up this one here. See how big this is inside, if I can find the handle. Oh yeah, this looks a lot larger even, depending on how big of a load you need. They all kind of spin around like that. They get a lot of use throughout the week, so from time to time the employees will have to put in new parts, probably order parts too. They got a top and bottom line up for the machines here too. See if we can get a price on this. I think they start out at 25 cents and then they go on from there. This one here is out of service. it's good that they put a sign like that on there so people don't start putting tokens and quarters in. It's not working properly. This one here says a quarter. I don't know if you add an extra quarter, if that gives you a certain amount of extra minutes. It might. These are the larger capacity machines here. I think they're like $5.75 or $6.75 maybe. Then each additional 10 minutes might be $1. As you can see, you can fit quite a bit in here. It goes from top to bottom. Oh, yeah, this cycling drum is even harder to turn. It's very heavy. Oh, the heat that's being pumped through will blow in through these little holes like that. Move over here closer to the end where my dryer machine is cycling around. As you can see, it's really busy, moving around. The clothes is being tossed to and fro in different directions, and I think when it gets tossed around like this, it separates the clothing and allows the heat to move in between the layers of clothing. Here's that cycling effect of the dryer. They're like constantly moving, but if you open up the door, then I think the machine stops. But if you open up the door, then some of the heat will escape. And maybe some of the clothes will fly out also. Here's where you put the money in. But for me there, I got 11 minutes left remaining, and I put it on the high heat because I had a lot of clothes there. I had a combination of 2 loads from the 35-pound machines. That's the capacity that they have. There's a little cycling effect again. My reflection is in the glass there from that glass circular door. We got these smaller size washing machines, but they're still bigger than the ones in my apartment building. $3.75, that's pretty good. Got a lot of spinning around there. It goes pretty fast. This one has got an error message, which is good. Then nobody will try to use it. We'll walk around the corner here. We got some bigger size washing machines lined up here. There's a table for when you're done drying your clothes that you can can fold your clothes and get it organized. Got a view of Highway 62 there. A bunch of cars going by. Across the street over there is Veterans Park. Okay, these are the 50-pound machines here. These are a little bigger than the ones I was using. 15-pound more capacity. The cycling drum is a little easier to move than for the dryers for some reason. But that would be where you get a lot of the holes where the water's pumped through. And the water's constantly like rinsing in and out like in little streams. And this washing machine for the Super Cycle is $9 and $8 for regular price. That 50-pound capacity, I don't know if that means 50 pounds when it's wet or not, because 50 pounds of dry clothes would take up a lot of space if you were going to carry them over here. But this one here also, like, you got a lot of choices for the different type of fabrics that you're using. Whites, colors, bright colors, that sort of thing. And then you'll have the countdown timer there once you put your money in. These are their bigger machines here. The 80-pound capacity. It's a really big cycling drum. This one here isn't too bad to move also, and I think they might be more free moving because once water gets inside of here, it's even heavier for the motor to spin the drum around. So I guess that's how they're designed. This one here is $13. And you got your same sort of settings for your clothing. Sometimes the doors are left open, and that might help air out the washing machine drum some to let everything kind of evaporate for the moisture, because a lot will build up inside of there. Got some tables here where people can wait while their clothes is going through the washing cycle. That can take anywhere from 25 to 40 minutes, depending on if you put extra money in for a super cycle. That's my car right there, waiting for me once I get out of here and my load is done. And these are the washing machines I was using with that fabric setting there again. They're all kind of familiar. I think these are all Maytag washing machines. This is the 35-pound capacity. It's the one I usually use. But when I spin it around like this, I can see if anything's been left behind, like maybe some previous wet clothing that got stuck towards the top here. And a lot of times if you spin it around, the wet clothing will fall to the perforation layers of steel here. Or there could even be like pennies, nickels, quarters that come out of the pants or shirts and things. On each side they got these Dynex TVs, so it gives you something to do to pass the time while you're waiting for your countdown timer on the washing machine to expire. It's on channel 45 now. Trying to think what this show is. I think it's that Sheldon show. Before that they had the Goldbergs on. This is channel 45. They might have another episode on, so we'll have to see. Got the restrooms in here. Little arcade machine here where you can try your luck at trying to win some of the cash that is inching closer to the edge. You just drop your quarters in the top here and they all kind of slide down and create a little more friction on the bottom. I used this little in-the-wall coin machine earlier. It gives out tokens and quarters. It's helpful if you don't have any coins with you. We got more 35-pounders over here. They're open if anybody tonight needs to get their clothes washed. Some vending machines here, which is helpful if you need soap, that sort of thing. Sometimes people run out of soap. Got a good selection there. I think it's anywhere from $1.50 up to $4 or $5, depending on what you get. And the Coca-Cola vending machine, which is $2, and you get a 16.9 ounce beverage bottle. I got the Coke earlier. So that's it for my little tour and walk around of the Easy Clean Laundry of Richfield over by Legion Lake. Hope you enjoyed watching.